I was ready
Yep.
overall, right? But
Yep.
when the tournament started, like I had two very good games. One game which I thought was kind of low roll, and the other one which I made a poor choice at the start and just completely fucked my game. And I was still in a really good position, right? I had 22 points in 4 games, so I was really comfortable to go through.
Yep.
And the game after, I went seventh, and I was really confused, not sure what I should have done better. And I had been losing all the day some placements by really low amounts of HP, right? So it all culminated that plus the pressure I had put on myself to perform
Yeah.
in a spot where even before going into the last game, I was almost sure that I was going to play badly, right?
Yeah.
So I was already thinking there's no way I'm making it through. Even if I need like a sixth or a fifth to make it through, I still didn't feel like I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it mostly comes down to that, to putting too much pressure on myself, to handle, knowing how to handle the expectations versus actually making my life harder because of that, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
how to handle it before and during the moment, right? When I
Mm-hmm.
had this bad time, these things going against me, and I have to actually perform again, right? To play like I
Mm-hmm.
was playing like 3 games ago, and I cannot do it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to handle all of that.
Yeah. I think I've had something like this. I actually like have in my career experienced something like this, pretty fairly consistently actually. And for me, what works is like not thinking about the result or like the consequence of like however I place, but rather focusing on making sure I do everything correctly relevant to the game, because in reality we don't actually have infinite computing power. And if you spend a lot of like time and effort thinking about things that do not improve your play, you are probably going to play worse. And a funny story, I think like both times I made final lobby in cup before, I had situations where I could place higher than I did. Once I went second instead of first, and then another game, the other time I went seventh instead of like third. Um, both games were games that I could have won and could have improved my placement a lot. And the moment I started thinking about like the consequence or the results of how I placed, I missed something important that I was supposed to do in the game. But before that, before I started, like during like the first 5 or 6 matches of the day, I played each game by game. I focused on all the decisions, and I like kind of didn't even really know what the result or the consequence of my play would be. Like I knew that like I could win. In the last game, I knew that if I outplaced Wasian, I'd be able to win the cup. Um, but during the game until the end, that's not what I was focused on. That's not even what I thought about. I just thought like, what is the best thing I can do at every moment? Also, by that point, this will not be the case for all situations. And like we're definitely going to have expectations for ourselves. Uh, but by that point in both tournaments, I was already quite happy with where I had been and my placement already, because before then I didn't do as well as I did in those tournaments. So I was like already being like content with where you are kind of helps you play better and be more focused on the tournament. The moment like you expect a certain result or you expect a certain placement, it then becomes harder, I would say, to play better. So in terms of things you can like actually do to improve at it is like legitimately develop a cycle of thinking and believing that no matter the result, uh, no matter the result, I will be fine. The result is still good, and no matter what happens, I will be able to learn and improve from how I do in the tournament. Even if that is like slightly a lie, you will still be better off as a result of believing it if you can believe it while you're playing. Also try to in the game not focus on anything that happened in previous games, because that's not going to help you do better in your game. Focus on like what you're supposed to do in the moment and not thinking about any of the consequences of the game. That's a long spiel to say that there are like some mental tricks that you can do. Over time, it kind of becomes a little bit better. But yeah, for a lot of people, playing in tournament brings a lot of nerves, and it's hard to play your best when you get like worked up about what will happen depending on how you play. What do you think about that?
I think it's not even nerves for me.
Not nerves?
Like,
What is it then?
like
You think?
I think it's just general feeling of like angst and
Yeah.
bad feeling, right?
Yeah.
It's not nerves because I had nerves when I started playing, like, I don't know, like set 11, 12. But after that, I just became more accustomed to competing and it didn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
It's not like nerves are making me play bad, but it's just a general feeling of wrongness within me, right?
Right. There's like something's wrong.
Like,
yeah. Like some.
yeah, like why am I making so many stupid mistakes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like upset. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, upset is also a
yeah.
good way of
Like,
describing
well,
it.
you're not upset by 2-1. Hopefully, you're not upset by 2-1. But I
No,
guess
no, no.
like by 2-1, well, like there usually isn't much in that game that you could be upset for by 2-1. And if there is, you should probably try to not focus on it, I guess.
Yep.
Like if you miss buying a unit, like it happens sometimes, right? Like you just don't buy
Yeah,
a
no,
unit.
no. But for example, one
Yeah.
particular moment of this weekend in the last game, right? I make
Yeah.
a very big mistake not slamming on the last fight of stage 2, right?
Yep.
And afterwards, all throughout the game, I keep coming back to that decision and I'm being mad at myself because I know
Yeah.
it's such a rookie mistake, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's no way I can be doing this if I actually want to compete. And afterwards, even when I have points of bailout, I do not take them because I'm still dwelling on that decision.
Yeah.
And it's impacting my actual, as you said, like processing abilities.
Power. Yeah. Like evaluating, like making the right decision after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's like partially like letting yourself be imperfect, I guess, right? Like being okay with the fact that like I misjudged it. That's fine. That will happen sometimes. I'll learn how to fix it later. B, I need to do what I need to do now to still make it out of this damn tournament.
Yeah. It's just hard to focus on it because afterwards, like
for sure.
I was,
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, like
yeah,
as far as
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm guaranteed top 4 if I just slam the item, and like
Yeah,
whatever
yeah, yeah.
benefit from greeting that I got is probably not worth it, right? Like it's
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
true. Like
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
you're thinking is true. None of it is wrong.
Yeah.
It's just easier after. It's easier
Yeah, yeah.
after seeing that, like, oh, it was for sure
Yeah.
not right. But like in the moment, it's just. I mean, for like some like specific things, for like there are like some specific tendencies that are good to have, like to be safe and consistent. So for example, like for me in tournament, you'll see a lot of times like if I have a slam that I was intending to make, and on 2-5 I see anyone who's level 5, I just slam the item. Because like it doesn't, something disgusting can happen no matter what. You want to reduce the chances of it. Like,
You're just leaving no room for that to happen.
yeah, exactly. And you can literally think of it as like almost all percentage based, right? Like if you just think about it as a percent chance, like I by no means can judge it 100%, right? And like something can happen or I can be wrong. And if you perceive it as like a percentage chance for something to happen, all you can do is increase the chance. That's it. And if the chance that this will get the result that I want is worth the downside of not being able to greet it, then yeah, you just make the play. For like,
I think that's also something that I have to internalize, right? Like the actual cost of
yes, yeah. There's like the
just
other thing,
being
right?
safe versus greeting in those cases.
Yeah, super safe. Like I think like one of Dehua's strength, as much as we meme on him, is that he knows how to play safe. He knows how to play in a way that is like consistent forward, is like resilient against bad variants, as much as possible, and is consistent, basically. And knowing how to like pick lines or slam items or pick augments that are consistent is a really important skill, basically. I think in one of my I think in like one of there was like of some of my games that I had in like regionals, it wasn't like nerves, but I last set I just didn't play for the thing that was consistent. Like you can miss Yone on your roll down for mech.
Yeah.
You can miss the mech, right? If your spot is by far good enough that you only need fourth into fourth, and you can make the fourth, then you should just probably take it, right? And like no amount of low rolling is going to make you miss an uncontested unit hard enough that you lose too many placements from there. And like adjusting your play throughout the tournament such that you can achieve that makes a lot of sense, right? So like in that situation, you're greeting because you want to make like higher quality items over the rest of the game, but like you don't really need that. If you need a top 5, for example, which is probably close to what you needed, right? If you need a top 5,
you need a fifth as well.
So if you need a top 5, your item quality will almost certainly not be the reason why you don't get the top 5. Losing your streak maybe though, right? So it's like taking like if your expected placement is like 3rd, but the variance is like kind of high, where like the range of placements on average is higher, you can take plays that like reduce your average placement a little bit, you can take plays that reduce your average placement but decrease your variance, like slamming items aggressively, like taking econ when decisions are close, leveling to lose like small amounts of gold to preserve your streak and deal damage to other players and preserve your health. Those are all like the more conservative things to do sometimes. Sometimes not leveling is right because if you level and you lose, your spot's fucked. So evaluating what those are and like getting a better understanding of like the safe plays for tournament, understanding what you need and what you need to try to achieve makes a lot of sense, I think, as like a skill to ask yourself. So for example, like it probably makes sense to like start training and like on ladder there's like kind of a different skill that's rewarded. I'm fairly certain that like good players on ladder are often rewarded, especially challenger players who don't always match up into a lobby of a lot of challengers. They're rewarded for greeting little advantages like that because the other 3 or 4 good players are racing to greet advantages like that as well. But in tournament, it's a lot more marginal. The advantage comes from having small amounts of gold and XP over your opponents rather than greeting significantly better items against people who are also against a pool of players that they are a tier above, right? Like if you're trying to beat some number of specific players that are nearby in skill that all have a gap on the other 4 players in your lobby, it makes a lot of sense. Whoever greeds the hardest will be able to place better. But if everyone's like close, it's whoever, especially in skill, it's whoever has the actual resources over the most accessible to them over the course of the game that will place the best.
Makes sense. And that's where all the consistency comes into play and helps you.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually be in those spots.
Like it doesn't matter if like you're upset with your play. It's like you just know that the safe thing to do is to do this, and then you'll do it, right? And then like if you need to take some risk, you'll also understand that like you just know I have to take some risk here. I'm gonna make the decision that is risky because I gotta make it out somehow. Like there was a point where my best default in one of the tournament games in the cup was to take Cursed Crown playing Zehen, and I rolled past Radiant because I thought it was just Radiant Relic just because it was not good enough in the spot, and I took the Cursed Crown because I need a good placement this game. If I don't get it, it doesn't even matter. So I'm gonna take this risk because I think it's worth it. I don't know exactly how strong everyone is. I don't know if someone's gonna beat my ass on stage 4. Which would result in me dying, but I know that this is the riskier play to do that has enough upside that makes it worth it.
And macro-wise, when are you starting to take those risks?
Oh, those risks are like, so to understand those risks, you basically need to know what you are playing for and like what points you need. So for example, let me just drink some water.
How early I'm talking about the tournament, right? Like,
Yeah.
are you willing to take more risky plays on the fourth game? Because there are some like normal scenarios. No, when you need like, I don't know, like 2 firsts and a second to go through. Like you get 3 games through and you have to average like a 3.
Yeah.
Are you really willing to take more risks, or
it depends what you think your average is, right? Like if you think your average is worse than a 3, then yeah, like there are some places where you're supposed to start to take more risks, because if everything goes on average, you're not going to make it, right? So you gotta
but in those cases, for example, if there's still 3 games left, right?
Yeah.
I think that I wouldn't be willing to take more risk because I can still compensate in the next games, right? I don't know if that's correct. Like I still have leeway.
So
because
if you need
to
average of 3, that means you're 10 points. That means you're 10 points after 3 games.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, right?
Right? So you need 666, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point I would like No, I think you're supposed. I think in that situation, unless you like. I think you're supposed to start playing riskier. I think.
Okay.
Because, like, the chance that your true average is 3 or better, given that you went what'd you go 665 in the first 3 games, I don't think is very high. I'm pretty sure it's not high if that's what you average. Obviously, you'll still play your best, and like you want to know like when it is right to take those risks, and like analyzing where those risks exist are actually like really, really, really complicated. I'm not saying like play badly, right?
No, obviously. No, and that's it's a deeply complicated subject, right? Because it also depends not only on your tournament spot, but your current game, how is your spot looking, you know. But as in general, I'm a safe-ish player, right? I was wondering, where should I start considering this risk? Because I'm quite risk adverse, right?
Yeah.
So that is where it will start to make sense to me. Like
for you, you probably only do it if like, if it's within 1 game. Like you need like 1 game top 2 or something. Probably is like safe to do.
Okay.
Like that's when like you're least likely to make blunders, because you're trying to play towards like risk bands and stuff.
Yeah. And also on the contrary as well, how much do you, because I think, how much do you shift your playstyle? For example, the how my situation the other day, I'm 2 games left, right? And I have to make between 5 and 6 points. Reasonably, I should top 4 one of those games, because of how I've been doing the games before. But how much are you modifying your play when it's the other case? Like you only need a few more points.
Yeah, so I think like it comes down to avoiding. I mean, how much? It's like, how would I say? It's like,
for me, for example, just to have a benchmark, for me it's very little. In these cases where I just need a few points left, I'd rather just play normal, right? And say, okay,
play normal,
whatever comes. I trust myself in top 4 in one of the 2 games, and I should be through with that, right? So, at least in my case, I'm not modifying my play.
Yeah, I think that's like fair and right. I think that there was a game. So I'll give you a good example. So the game was, I believe, Gold Ionia, and I had Ari and a strong opener. On 2-1, I had the option of slamming Titans, which debatably leans you more towards playing Yunara on a Jin 2. And I was pretty happy to do it, because I said that I just need to I need to get what is it? A 5th? Yeah, if I get a 5th or better, I advance after 4 games, right? And so instead of playing rigs, which is like maybe the EV strategy, I think arguably the EV strategy, depending on what other people are playing, I just played Yunara. That's it. I played off the Yunara, and that was it. That's all I did. I didn't try to push 9, even though I could have. I took like the 70 something gold I had, roll for Yunara 2 and a 2-star tank, and then push 9 after that.
Wait.
That's
so
like
then
so like the situations where I think that really applies is like just avoiding situations where you can get unlucky or misevaluate something on like fast 9 probably, I think.
I think then I think it is a great example.
Yeah.
I can show you.
Sure.
Because in the last game I was obviously avoiding to play phase 9, right?
Yeah.
But due to how the items worked out, I just ended up on 3-7 with this spot, right?
Yep.
In hindsight, I think I need a 5th, but I was thinking more that I need like a 4th, right?
Yeah, okay.
I think no, even a 6th. Sorry, I need a 6th, and I thought I need a 5th. Okay.
Okay.
I know Yunara is contested.
Yep.
And I don't think I have enough money to actually roll down on 8 and make a good board. It's the Ionia, the cast one. Okay.
Spirits, yeah.
I can show you, like, just to see for one.
Yep.
What should I do? Like, because I think my highest TP play is going 9, right?
Yep.
I'm playing for 6, right?
Yep.
But in this spot, knowing that I have to only save 2 placements, what should I do in a case like this? Well, because it's much more risk inherent to play breaks from here than just doing anything else. But I wasn't sure what else I could have done. Could I just play like
cast
Ionia and just play Ari Carry?
Yeah.
I thought about that, but it just didn't seem good enough to me.
Yeah, I think I think the decision here probably has to come down to come down to if you roll on 8 or not, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you should roll on 8, and I think you should be rolling on 8 anyways. Regardless, is what I think. Unless you get an augment that gives you a lot of gold on 4-2.
Yes, I agree.
I think so. What would you roll for? You would roll for any frontline. I think you would probably roll for 5 Ionia plus any reasonable tank, be it Braum, Taric, Swain, or Wukong, any of them.
Okay.
I would roll for any of those tanks and then evaluate my position from there.
Okay. I had this. I defaulted middle.
Augment, yeah.
Yeah, and here I'm just fine flipping it because I really want Egon here. I also won for 1.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I can just grab the belts.
Yep.
Commerce card.
Yep.
Now, seeing this, that I won for 1, I'm pretty sure I should just not roll, go straight to 9.
Yeah, we went over this game. Yeah, we went over this game, right?
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, so without understanding the point, so you did find a lot of econ. That's true, right? It is true that you found a lot of econ. So given that you found a lot of econ, yeah, you should have sacked the whole stage. I think from here you just sack the whole stage and go 9.
The thing is, it being rolls and not gold made me think that it was better to find a strong board and try to.
Did you get to a strong board? Did you or no? Can we look? I forgot. You got to Swain 2 Juggernaut.
I got only to Swain 2. That was about it. Nothing else. So no, not.
Yeah, the problem is if you got to a good board plus like a combat augment, I think you win at least some amount more of these rounds. I would imagine, maybe not.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking, because this seemed like a safest place to me, right?
Yeah.
Like instead of playing greedily and just going to 9, this seemed like it being more safe, and it didn't seem to be because
the problem is that
like the board is just not good enough.
Yeah, the board when you hit on this loses to everything. And then you're left with this amount of gold after, which is very unfortunate.
It's just the free rolls made me think that it was a possibility to roll them, but I just think it was not necessary either way. It still got gold, right? Even if it's not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Just it was a moment where I tried to play safely, right? But it just wasn't safer, even though it seemed like it was.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, so overall, I think I'll be thinking through all of what you've said. That resonates with me, and I can understand it. So I think I'll try to apply it in the future, because it's been a huge hindrance to me, the mental aspect of the game, right?
Yeah.
And it's starting to bother me.
Yeah.
To actually be, I just feel stupid, right? Because I know I can play better. I know I should have done much better, and being the one that is preventing me from going further into the tournament is because I know it's not the game, right? Like it's just myself, and it's not even my capabilities. It's just being stupid, and yeah, it's been tough to
I mean, to be fair on the capabilities part, that spot, that the one thing I'll note about that spot is across the stage, you're actually in almost the same spot if you take 3 threes, I think. But because they get by 4-7, you have the same amount of gold as if you have 3 threes usually, right? But 3 threes is a gold augment, and a lot of your opponents are taking immediate power right then. So if you take the idea there is that, like, if you take econ on 3-2 Priz, the gold better be capable of converting to something very, very substantial,
very strong.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas like that expectation is not required on you if you take, for example, gold. If, for example, gold economy. Additionally,
because the jump is so much bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Also, it's amplified by the fact that the first 2 augments are silver. So even though, so like you have like kind of like you have
most
dice
of your power comes from the last augment and not the ones.
Yes,
before.
exactly. Yeah, like more of the power and like the percentage buffs on people's teams come from the augment they took, and you can like compare it against what you're actually up against. But like I saw some sweet treats, I saw some like whatever. Which makes the gold is actually legitimately less valuable if you don't have more resources coming from other things, because like the gold buys you the board, right? The board is improved by what your other augments give you, be it combat or items, right? And if the combat or items are weak,
I need to create a strong enough board in stage 5, because in stage 4 I will be down, because I cannot get enough value from the prismatic augment as they are having right now with their sweet treats, their giant and mighties and all that, because the augment also scales, right? Like I get more and more and more free rolls, and there's no way I can extract enough value to actually compensate for the lack of combat or items or whatever it is I'm lagging at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
like,
also a really good point.
That's an informational thing, right? Like either you know that or you don't. And like at that point, the top 5 thing is like trying to top 5 is like figuring out from that spot, I need to win one of stage 4 or stage 5, and it would be from that situation, if you understand that no matter what you click, you cannot win stage 4. No matter what you click, you cannot win stage 4. Then
like
the
no
idea
economy
changes.
augment is gonna make me win one stage 4 rounds, so I should lean towards winning in stage 5.
Yeah, exactly. Or you can take true you have 2 strategies, right? You can take true max combat on that augment, and then just roll for the strongest possible board. Like RE2 spirits plus like enough combat power, or like plus like, I don't know, like even giant and mighty might be enough, even if it's not enough, like something similar can have a similar effect, right? Like
I think I could have done that if I hadn't snapped my streak because of not slamming either. Earlier, sorry, because I didn't have enough gold right there to actually roll on level 8. Because if I didn't snap my streak, I wouldn't been able to just take combat there, because I know I read too strong enough for stage 4, right? And actually win rounds in stage 4. But it all comes down to the previous decision, which sadly impacts my decision making later into the game. Okay. That's interesting. The comparing the silvers and prismatic and how the lobby tempo goes. Because of that, I think it's something that I kind of had like internalized, right? Like I could realize it, but I didn't have it on the forefront of my brain and actually be able to in the moment spot that and say, okay, this is what I need to adjust. Okay,
that's really like in comparison, you see some motherfucker take Money Monsoon level 8, True Zero every turn, but like the other two augments are prismatic and one of them is World Runes, right? And then you're like, oh, their board is good, right? Like their board will beat everyone because and like Money Monsoon helped them because they have like World Runes into Sweet Treats into or like Lotus or something, and their board is just good enough.
That was like that's legit. I think my second game where I just played the comeback story, Bronze for Life, prismatic both into Money Monsoon with Slayers, and I just won out. But because the third augment being economy, prismatic economy isn't that bad because I already have 2 prismatic combats. So the relative value I'm paying for clicking that is much lower than usual, because also people should be similar spot to mine because they're clicking econ earlier in the game. But in this case, they're clicking a silver econ and I'm clicking prismatic econ, right? Like some guy clicked placebo 3-2 and I'm clicking fucking their free rolls on for sure, right? So it's comparatively, I'm paying a much higher price for it. Okay, that's really good. Okay, great thing to learn.
Like there's a bunch of things that you just don't know, right? Like I didn't know how to mitigate my variance in that game.
No, for sure. Like there's way too much knowledge in this game, and that's why I'm here, right? And also set by set, I see a lot of things that people just because I've been playing since set 11, right? So it's kind of recent, and I see a lot of things that I've learned from people that just take for granted, right? And I've never heard of before, right?
Like so what do you mean you've played honor roll before? Like that augment is like from like set 8 or 9 or something.
For example, I didn't know that. Like I thought it was a new one.
Nope, that one's a recycled one from a while ago.
Okay. So I think now it's getting easier because I've seen more recycled trades, right? But at the start it was so overwhelming. Every set seeing new champions, new trades, and now it's just okay. This is similar to this, so I can compare and create the framework in my mind, and I just have to do less homework around everything.
Like this set, like despite how large it is, I think there were like 3 or 4 traits that I like was not basically familiar with already.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
And the rest I had all seen in some form before because they cycled through them.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's enough for that topic. The second one, I've seen you were playing a 4v4 tournament last week, I think.
Last week I was playing a 4v4 game, So
game.
Boise's runs a league for 4v4. Okay. It's like it's the main way you can regularly play 4v4 when it's not EWC qual. And like he kind of arranges it. You get into a league. He puts you against like other challenger teams, and you play against them. There's not that many people who participate. I think our group has like 6 teams or like 10 teams or maybe 5. One of them. There's not that many teams, but you get to play regularly and you get to practice 4v4, and it's pretty fun. And that's what I was doing.
Okay, good. Because we also have a Latin American league here. It started this set between Latam and Brazil, right? And we're playing the finals today.
Oh, today. Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah. And since it's on the same patch and you've been playing 4v4 recently, I was going to ask you if you had any tips for this patch, specifically on 4v4. We have some experience with the team, right? We've been playing together, I think, since last EWC quali. So all of the basic stuff is pretty much like
meta read stuff. So have you to give you I didn't see where I would be different. I assume, what is your read on Echo in 4v4?
I think it's slightly worse because you are not going to hit Nico 3 probably, right? And it also depends. Like, I think if both teams are good, both teams should be playing it.
That's fair.
So you should expect to be hard to hit. So I think it should be all in all weaker. Yesterday we played the semis against Michael's team, right? And we had 2 games where Echo was contested, but it
Yeah.
was pretty clear who had the better spot, and just the guy with the better spot ended up outplacing the other guy, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's mostly come down to whomever has the best reroll combination of reroll plus 3 to augment just completely outplaces the other guy.
Yeah. Do you think if your spot? So yeah, I think that kind of leads into what I think. So I have a statement and a question. The statement is, I think that like the weaker echo spots are quite bad, and you would want to lean into something else if possible, and just have your whole team hold the echo guy on the other team. And the statement would be like, if your spot is generally supposed to be echo, but the other guy has a better echo spot, is that person still supposed to play echo, you think?
Our team's read is that yes, that person should still play echo and
Okay.
try to see if throughout the stage
They can
3,
get lucky?
stage 3 and stage 4 they get lucky or can get any edge on the other player.
Sure. Yeah, fair. I think that's reasonable. But yeah, like the weaker echo spots.
Mostly
Like,
to not get the other guy to hit for free, right? Like
yeah,
you could just
you want to
try to
reduce
be
their
able to
placement as
avoid-
well if possible. Like
Yeah,
even if you go
for sure.
their placement is still harder, right? Like
Yeah.
I think a lot of the time.
I think in general we will be happy with taking that. But are you asking for anything specifically with Echo? Do you think there's something in the Echo comp in
Oh
particular?
no, it's just like 2-cost reroll kind of has like a unique presence in 2v in like a 4v4.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
because well, it's
much
like,
harder to deny.
It's hard to deny.
Easier to
yeah,
deny.
It's easy to deny. It wins on stage 3 a lot of the time. The 3-star, if you hit the 3-star, usually it's very powerful. Usually, and then there's like always a question of if you're both supposed to play it or like only one or neither, for example. In terms of other 4v4 stuff, I assume you guys, I don't know, like on the list, on my list of like things I understand about 4v4, it's like sacking up versus sacking down. How well do you? I assume you guys play for that or no? When I say sacking up and sacking down, I mean like there are situations where your lower health people are supposed to lose to your higher health people, even if they're a little bit stronger. And the other way around exists as well, right?
Yeah.
So,
but just a general question.
Yeah.
It is more common for the high HP people to sack down.
Yep.
It's more common to sack down than to sack up. I think it sounds weird, but I think we tend to sack upwards, where we see that there's not many placements left for the one who is at the bottom, right?
Yes, yeah.
Like if his spot is just not good enough, it's not worth giving him the life, except it's going to make a difference in the final placement, right? It's BO5 today.
Okay, yeah. The other thing is like you sack up when you've already gained a lot of placements on the other team. Like if the other team is 8-6, you just need someone to go top 2, right? Like you need someone on your team to go second and then you win. So that's like a situation where like you would want to sack up, for example.
Also, another question that came up yesterday, because on the first game, right, I'm seeing at my teammate's spot, and I think I have by far the worst spot, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like I know I will be the weakest on stage 2, I will be the weakest on stage 3, but I do not have any 2-1 augment that lets me try to win out, right?
Yeah.
How willing are you to make suboptimal choices that help you, instead of going like 8th, right? Playing for a 6 or a 7 from 2-1. Just deciding on 2-1, my spot is not good enough. I'll just pick a slightly worse augment, but that will help me go 7th or 6th, even if I cannot go any higher than that.
What kind of spot do you think that is?
I think it's something like...
Or like what augments, for example? Like what augment comparison?
Like taking, for example, I can show you the exact spot.
Sure.
Okay, this is what I have. Okay. My Void is mediocre.
Okay.
I'm the only one who's playing Void in the lobby. Okay. I think, okay, my best augment is left.
Yep, left is the best augment. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And in this case, for
Oh!
example,
Yeah.
am I willing to just flip this, right? And in the worst case, just take in middle, because
Yeah.
I'll probably not be strong enough, and I might snap one of my teammates' tricks with the left one, okay?
Yeah.
Instead of just playing for middle. And when I see this, my thoughts are, okay, I don't think this augment is particularly good in my spot. I have already Kog'Maw pair, right?
Yeah.
Like, I have one Rex, I don't have a Jug, but my thoughts are, I think I can reliably get to level 8 with this augment.
And then roll 0
have
every
a
turn,
decent
right?
chance. Yeah, roll to 0 every turn, play for a 7th or a 6th, just try to win any amount of rounds and just let my game be over after that. And I can also communicate to my teammates where to position their weakest front line, so I ensure kills in the early game, right?
Yeah.
Like, objectively, I think it's a bad decision to pick this augment, you know?
Oh, I think my opinion. I think I disagree. I think the flip is right. I think to try to flip that slot is right. Would you? Are you saying that like on like it's you think it's better to take the Ginsu augment anyways?
No. What I'm saying is, if I'm playing normally, right,
Yeah.
I wouldn't just click the Spirit of Redemption. I wouldn't have
Right.
flip.
Yeah.
Because I have Shen pair, my board actually has some decent-ish chance if I'm playing only for my own placements.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm willing to take the flip and afterwards take a slightly worse augment, but I think guarantees me more secure game, quote unquote, than just playing normally.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think in this kind of situation,
yeah. It's really niche, I know, but it's just something that sparked a discussion yesterday.
Yeah.
And we didn't come to an agreement about it.
Yeah. What do
How
you
much
think?
willing are you to sack your own spot?
Yeah, sack your own spot.
Yeah. Just click worst augment onto one. Because, for example, we were talking, like, we're friends with Michael, Cheche, and all of the guys, and we were talking after the games, right?
Yeah.
And they were saying that I was insane for doing this on 2-1, and I should, and like my spot still had some upside on 3-2, right?
Yeah.
To actually wait and up until 3-2, take the redemption, wait for it. But I'm not sure if that's worth in 4v4, right?
Yeah.
That's just a general like a question I have.
Yeah. So I think I thought flipping there was I thought it was fine to flip there for econ. Like I thought it was fine to look for econ there. Because Spirit is like normally supposed to make your board good, but if your board sucks, because I think it actually sucks. Did you have back? You could have played 2 defense. Did you know you had Rumble too? You had Rumble pair, right?
No. I had only one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think playing towards Spirit Visage on average would probably not be good. I guess if you were to take Spirit, which I think like is very reasonable, the idea would be that you're not gonna level on 2-1.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see if you natural upgrades by 2-5 and hopefully take a good component off the carousel.
Exactly.
Is the idea, right? Like that's what the play would be, right? Is that better on average than flipping it for econ and the idea behind flipping it for econ would be I think like if you got a regular econ augment, the idea is just like you make Rift Herald, right? And you make Rift Herald. You don't level early. You only start to level and like slam. You try to lost rate probably. You only try to level and slam items when your board naturals enough upgrades, and you probably want to try to lean towards playing either Belveth. It's probably just you should play towards Belveth if you hit any econ in that slot. Is what you would do. You win stage 4, you lose early to late stage 5, and you go like 6th or 7th or something.
Yeah.
And I think probably depends on, and I think like can you high roll that spot? It just depends. It just depends on how good flipping that augment is, I think. So I think like for example, they would probably think differently if it was the Vow augment versus the Spirit Augment or like the Sunfire Augment,
sure.
because those augments don't, especially the Sunfire Augment doesn't scale as well. This one actually scales pretty reasonably too, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's kind of complex. I think the concept that you're going at, does exist, but the idea behind it would be your spot can't really win, and so therefore you should take an augment that loses early and then spikes later and then hopefully outplaces some number of people. I think that's the idea that you're going for, because like what kind of spot can reliably go or has a higher chance of going 5th through 7th that doesn't go straight 8th, right? Like the straight 8th spot is you take this, you level, you try to win, you don't win, you have no gold, you have no anything, you lose, right? And then but the one that goes like the one that like salvages some spots, and even in tournament, like I think like I was in one of these spots, I just take Calculus, you open into Slayers, you win as many you win as many rounds in a row as you can, and like if you high roll some things you can make it out, otherwise like you're just like you salvage like 2 to 3 placements. And I think like if your spot's bad, that's probably the strategy that you just want to take. Like Void is I think Void, at least played right now, is supposed to be a tempo comp. So if you don't have tempo, you don't want to angle towards it like that. I think.
Yeah, I generally agree. I think you have, like, for example, in my case, I know I'm uncontested. I think I have a little bit more wiggle room to play not from tempo, because I can.
Yeah.
I'm more reliably hitting all my upgrades in 4v4 because we can hold other people's carries, right?
Yep.
So I think it changes it up a bit. And I also want to ask you about speed double kill.
Yeah.
Do you think this? I think if you have a tempo spot, I think this is much better in 4v4 than in solo queue.
Yes,
like at least that's my rate. Because if you don't have a tempo spot,
you'll
like
hold the worst person in the opponent's team into an 8th, right? And they'll die faster than normal.
Yeah, and afterwards, just one of your teammates can die.
Yeah,
and you already have to go. Okay, good.
Yep.
So in terms of 4v4, I don't know if you have any other tips or just meta reads that you can share. Otherwise, you can just
tips
through some bots.
Yeah, tips matter. I think. Okay, wait. Let me look at my.
I don't know how much prep you guys did, right? Like
we did a bit of prep. I was like, wait, do I have
because
it
it's just
down?
one game you played, right? So...
Yeah, we played 3 games. That's all we played. I don't know if I have that much more that's useful for you. I think.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I think I got nothing special.
Okay, don't worry. So we can just quickly go through some spots today.
Sure.
So I just went 8-7-7 before this. And we were doing some Discord backseating because one of our friends is seeding for the cup, right?
Yeah.
I think he's at 1.4. So he's just not playing until next week. And do you think making 10 is correct here? It's
Gold Ionia.
Yeah.
You're not actually getting a component, right? Or like you probably won't. Do you know? You probably won't, right?
I am, because it's Howling Abyss. So
I think you're supposed to make 10. It's what is it called? It's wait, what's the Ionia, gold?
Yeah.
I would make 10.
Okay. And
I think it's okay not to make 10, but I would make 10.
Okay. How good do you think going long is here? Because I know generally, right, you want to take going long to play tempo.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can play tempo. You play tempo. You would probably roll once.
You be down to roll now?
Yeah, you just level if you either level the 4 and roll. You don't have to roll multiple times. We either like roll like to make a board, right?
That's
so like remember, you've already made 1 gold. You've already made 1 gold from the last turn, right?
Yeah.
So you can pay 2 gold to like find another shop on level 4, and I'm pretty sure that's very reasonable.
Okay, that seems good. And would that be better, for example, to not roll this turn see what happens and roll on level 5.
Can't you? Are you? You're like 2 or 3 gold short of making a level 5 board and rolling for enough slots to fill it. I think, right? You're a little bit gold
Okay.
short. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Wait, are you? You would level here to 4, and then
Yeah.
you'll level here, and then I see. Okay.
Like,
Nah, I would level and then roll once on 4. I think.
roll this here. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Okay. I hadn't thought about that because the argument that was being made, right, is
Yeah.
that when playing Bilgewater, going long also has the extra value of getting you to 7 faster. So
Yes.
it's not as mandatory to play from a 10 spot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you still want to. It also makes rolling not affect your interest, right?
Yeah. Okay. So it does make rolling, but I miscounted here. I thought I could go straight to.
Yeah, no, you're a little bit short from that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's guaranteed loss. Yeah.
But it's just interesting the rolling thing. How often are you doing?
Yeah. How many of
like
these spots
with
exist?
going
Yeah.
long?
Good question. Not
Because now it makes sense to me. Like I see this, I made 10. I don't have a board. I actually have a lot of hits, right? Like it makes a lot of sense.
yeah. Every bruiser, every quick striker, like any
exactly.
like juggernaut pair, any
Do
warden
you think
pair.
this is common enough with going long, or it's just like I made 10, I don't have a board, and it's a combination of all of these factors that ultimately makes you want to roll?
Yeah, I think with going long, going long, if you need to fill a slot, it's fairly common that you roll once.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, like if fill a slot 3 pairs, like you like commit to rolling once. I think.
Okay, that's really good. Okay, good to know. Afterwards, no, I think this is okay. I think for 2, you can look at my gold and board situation. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't get in time to actually move the items, right? But
yeah,
this is my board. Okay, just Swain 2. All of the other ones 1-star. I have Feast-Bear in the build shop.
Yep.
And that's about it. I have a small dupe for Nautilus, which I didn't get off in time.
Yep.
And
which actually matters here a lot. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I had so many people like shouting at my. We're not striking the best balance yet. We do not have the best balance yet to actually do these kind of things, right? Because sometimes people are just saying a lot of stuff and just trying to micro dominate your gameplay. Like do this, and just I need to breathe. I'm also working, so it's kind of hard. But yeah. But in this spot, I'm defaulting Dual Lotus, right?
Yeah.
I think Coronation in general is really good in this comp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, Dual Lotus has a little bit less value because I already have like JT here.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I picked Coronation, and it's just like in hindsight, I think I'm just way too poor to pick Coronation, right? Because I still have to find a fees, find 2 MFs, and I think it just makes me hold much more income than I should, because, for example, it makes me hold Wukong Fair, right? Which I wouldn't be holding normally.
Yep.
And I just think it's not a good choice because of that.
Yeah, I like Lotus.
Okay, good. So pretty simple. Then the next game. Oh, this was strange.
Mm-hmm.
Church Hunt. Like, I did not unlock Poppy in time.
Mm-hmm.
And
in time, unlucky.
Yeah, just. And you think Legion, like, I know you can play around Loris, right? But just, would you be willing to take solo plate in Demacia, or just the item is so bad that it's not worth it?
If you think you can win early, solo play is fine.
Okay. Because it's like the argument is pretty much the same, because you are gonna play solo plate around the Loris as well, right?
So, yeah, that's true.
Like no matter what you do, you're probably gonna play around the Loris.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't sure how to, because both augments like help me buff my tank and
Okay, I have an important question for you. Right? What do you think your best kind of augment is here?
Let me see my spot again. After slamming the JG, think I would be happy probably with any econ augment and try to just hit my board on stage
Yeah, I
4
think
because
it's still an econ augment, right? So
Yeah,
if that's your
yeah.
conclusion, I believe it's right to flip the augment and look for econ. And if like you have to
Okay.
take like a combat augment or like a item based augment right now, then you at least give yourself a chance of finding the augment that you need to improve your spot by
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
Did you see any economy based augment yet?
Sorry, before that? No.
Yeah, before that.
No, it was prep and treasure hunt.
And what? Treasure hunt.
Treasure
Oh, that one counts. I'm pretty sure that one counts. What I was gonna
Really?
say is that I believe you're supposed to be guaranteed one augment that's like related to like resource generation. But yeah, treasure hunt counts for that one, I think.
What? Like, is that a rule or something?
I'm pretty sure that's a rule of the augments.
Is that something new, or are you just
No. I believe this has existed for a while.
Okay.
I know this from Mortdog talking about on like Q&As for a while, a couple sets ago, that like this is something that they want to that like exists. Like you'll see
Like,
we try to make it so that
never
you see one like econ related augment as your options of any of the 6 you see.
Okay, so treasure hunt counts as that. That's wild.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still true. There are a lot of fucking hidden rules in the game.
Yeah. That's why.
But I play as if it is true.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. I end up getting long shot, right?
Okay.
So long shot plus Legion of Threes. I'm playing Bane on my board. How much better do you think boxing lessons is than Exiles in Demacia plus the Philip?
Boxing lessons? Do you have anti-heal already?
No, but the reason why I wasn't willing to take Fire Axiom is because I have chain open and I've just lost my streak. Because if I win this fight, I'm for sure breaking Fire Axiom.
I see. So you want to scale with a combat-based augment that's not fire.
Yeah. And I also I think boxing lessons is
good in this comp,
a bit
right?
overtuned on Slayers and Demacia. Yeah. On
your
those
Demacia? Yeah. Oh, I think isn't boxing lessons supposed to just be better?
I think it is. But
okay, then
we weren't sure.
I think boxing lessons is just supposed to be better because of the way that it interacts with the Demacia rally.
Yeah. And also you can just play Bane frontline and
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure boxing is just better.
Okay, good. Here I lose this fight. Okay.
Yep.
And I think the level can be a diff here.
2 gold level?
How bad do you think, guys? Leveling on 3-6 off of a loss.
What'd you level for? Invoker?
Yeah. Plus 1 more boxing lesson, guy.
I think you actually leveled for a Briar is what you actually leveled for. I'm pretty sure I think the Anivia was already stronger than the Briar.
Okay, so you think that's interesting.
I mean, I think like a huge portion of, I mean, you can check. I think
I had Invoker. Sorry, I had Invoker.
Oh.
Okay. No.
Oh, you leveled for Piltover.
For a Kate. Yeah, Piltover plus Longshot. Yeah, because I already had the Anivia board. Yeah.
Yeah.
So activating
Longshot was already. Oh, you just found Kate, right?
Yeah.
So you leveled. Still, it's the case that you leveled for a Briar, right?
Okay.
How many matchups do you believe it was a diff in?
For certain, 1.
Yeah.
Probably 2.
I mean, this looks like. So is this a Briar diff? It's probably a Briar diff, I think.
Okay.
And
that was one of the ones that I was pretty certain on. Like it cost me.
I think your 2 matchups you're probably actually still not supposed to level because if you win, you literally lose gold. And I think your board
that's right. I didn't
probably doesn't
realize that.
Yeah, it probably doesn't win for I wouldn't like you can win 4-1, but like it doesn't.
No, but I'm most likely not winning for one. Like I didn't even realize that I'm actually losing gold.
No, if you win, you literally lose money. So it's probably not right.
Like that's the first time I've noticed that.
Yeah, like if you go from 2 loss into a win, or like
Yeah.
1 loss into
Also
a
going
yeah,
into
exactly.
men's,
Neutral, yeah, you lose
that's insane.
you
Wow.
lose a gold, yeah.
Okay, good. That's
And
you
you're
always
83
learn
health. Like I like bleeding like
Yeah.
it, like 8 health there is probably okay, I think.
Okay, good. That's a really interesting learning. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Oh, okay, cool. We gotta wrap up because I got learning TFT now.
Yeah. Okay, and one more thing.
Yeah.
I think I have 2 or 3 bots to submit because
Yeah.
of how the weeks work, like coming back from Paris,
Yeah.
changing up a bot. Do you have any way of checking if I have to submit 2 or 3? If not, I can manually check. But if you have them like tracked down somewhere, it's good.
Yeah, I can't check that for you. I
It
can't.
doesn't have to be now.
Yeah. I mean, can't. Pretty sure I can just. I mean, the number of weeks exist, and then all of them are here in the chat, right? So
Okay.
I should be able to find it.
And it's okay if I submit them next week.
Yeah. Next week is fine. I'm not busy next week.
Yeah, because okay. Good.
Yeah. I'm not tier 1. Okay, cool. I'll catch you on then. Yeah.
Okay, good. Good luck.
All right. See ya. Appreciate it. Bye.